Who's buying car parts?
I'm buying a turbo kit, bro.
Are you gonna tune for that?
Nah, bro. Tuning's for the weak, man.
I'm telling you, man, you're gonna fuck your shit up.
No!
Yeah!
No!
Yeah!
What's going on, NEM crew? Welcome back to another Shop Talk video. In this video, we're gonna be talking about a very controversial topic within the car world, in the car realm. We're gonna be talking about tuning.
Yeah, so just a little disclaimer, guys. This is just information that we've gathered over the years, tuning, modifying, and just me working in the trade. So anytime that we talk about tuning, we're talking about changing the logic in the ECM, the computer of the car, for the engine. And ECM refers to electronic control module. Some car manufacturers call it the PCM, powertrain control module, or the ECU, electronic control unit. So when to tune and why? The quick answer is anytime you alter the engine, fuel, induction, exhaust, or emission systems in any way.
Now, before we go any further, let's just cover a few common misconceptions. I've heard from many people that they've changed exhausts, intakes, fuel injectors without tuning the ECU whatsoever, and their car ran fine. And I totally believe them. I mean, to an inexperienced car enthusiast, this might seem okay, but are you really getting 100% out of the modification that you've just installed on your car? I mean, a lot of these modifications we're talking about aren't cheap. You're putting a lot of money into your car. And I mean, if you're only gonna see a little bit of an increase or a marginal increase, now, is it really worth it at that point? You could be seeing a lot more out of those modifications if you take the time, take that extra step and tune your car. Another thing I wanna mention is by not tuning, can you be certain that you're not gonna be causing any damage or harm? No, you can't.
So when we built the engine for Nick's 280Z, we didn't tune for a couple of reasons. For one, we didn't alter the intake or exhaust flows in any dramatic way. We didn't add forced induction, so the car was naturally aspirated, and after the build, it remained naturally aspirated. And finally, it's an older car, it's a 1978, so the parameters in the computer on that vehicle are a lot less sensitive than a newer car that was built, let's say, within the past 10 or 15 years. On my Subaru, however, we did tune because we took out the stock catalytic converter and we replaced it with a high flow one. So the ECM would not be recognizing the signals that the O2 sensors would be giving them.
Now, performing a tune on an ECU in and itself can be catastrophic. For example, if you have a turbocharged engine and you increase the boost pressure more than the bottom end can handle, you could be in for big problems. Broken piston rings, cracked block, you could be in for some big trouble.
I know what a lot of you guys are saying too now. Anthony, what if I got an older car that's carbureted or that doesn't have an ECM? What do you do in that case? And this is what I have to say to you. I say, do all your research and make sure you have the proper supporting mods to accommodate for the modifications that you're doing. And this goes back to the point that Nick just said, where you're increasing the boost pressure and with a tune, and you're causing problems to the engine. Now, if you had modified that engine to accommodate the extra boost pressure, you'd be fine.
Now, this policy that Anthony just mentioned applies to all aspects of your car build. If you guys are building a car, say 1,000 horsepower is your goal, you are not gonna leave the stock fuel pump in the car. Or if you are putting 6 piston caliper brakes on the front, you are not gonna leave the stock rear drums on the car. So you need to build a car that is balanced and that everything can support each other and work together.
Okay, so that was a lot of information and we might have sounded like we were contradicting ourselves a lot. So the verdict, even though tuning is situational, you have to do your research. Chances are somebody out there is doing exactly what you're doing or something very similar, so you could follow their plan.
All right, guys, so once you've done all your research and you've installed all your supporting mods and then you've wrapped it all up with a professional tune, that is the ultimate recipe for a happy and long-lasting engine.
So thanks for watching, guys. If you guys have any additional information, throw it in the comments. Let's help everybody out here. This is a community that we want to feed into, and we want to use all our resources. So thanks for watching, and stay classy, crew.
come